Raise your voices, raise your glass high. Welcome to the Drink O'Clock Podcast. Let's dive. Oh, grab an old fashioned and join the fray. Raise your spirits, let the music play. From the corner pub to the dance hall floor. Drink O'Clock Podcast, we're ready for more.
Happy Thirsty Friday. That's where we're going with today because we're recording on a Friday because, I don't know, fuck people. This is the Drink Clock Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Valincius. And guess what, guys? I have the pleasure of having Burley back on the show. It's been almost 2 fucking years. Burley, 2 years. I've known you for 2 years. That's wild to me.
It's weird that I've known you this long and we still haven't banged.
Yeah,
odd.
I haven't seen your dick yet, which is like odd, right?
It looks a lot like that South Park episode last night. Let me tell you,
dude. Tell me how good that South Park episode was.
The reason I was 5 minutes late is because I was showing my wife the ending. the PSA. It might be the greatest thing ever. I could not stop laughing,
dude. I was laughing. So I said to T-Dog, I'm like, I can call her Tasha now because it's my show, but like I'm telling Tasha, I'm like, dude, I'm sitting here and she was chuckling. I'm crying because I know Trump is sitting in his goddamn stupid Oval Office and some poor intern is like, sir, I think you should see this.
Yeah, 100%.
I didn't do it. Other people did, you know, like, but they're making fun of your dick. And you know, he's like, what? I have the greatest dick. All people want to touch my dick, you know, like,
some say the best dick, the greatest
some say
dick.
the best dick with eyes you've ever seen. They were interviewing, I don't know if you saw the clips of this, you know how I am with TikTok, but they were interviewing, was it Trey?
Matt and Trey, yeah.
Matt and Trey. And they're like, you know, what do you think of the response to the new episode? And I think it was Trey. I don't know. I get them mixed up. But he's like, we're very sorry. And then they all just started laughing hysterically. But, like, dude, think about that. Like, they signed a $1.5 billion deal with Paramount. And Paramount paid Trump $16 million to settle the lawsuit because of the whole thing with Kamala, right? Mm-hmm. And they did that because they're trying to merge with Skydance. Which right. I don't even know who the fuck Skydance even is, by the way.
The real money.
Oh, okay. So they're trying to merge with Skydance. And then so when they do the merge, then Skydance is going to pay Trump $20 million for settling the lawsuit, right? So the moment it was settled and then they signed the deal, that's when they're like, all right, fuck it. We're putting this episode out. So by them putting that episode out, they're basically baiting Trump into either re-suing Paramount or the whole fucking deal falling apart because apparently Paramount's been fucking with them with their deal for years and like fucking with all their shit, which is just, that's like 4D chess type shit. Well, right?
Could you tell what Jesus was saying on there? When he's like, he's like, don't mess with Paramount. He's going like, dude, don't mess with Paramount. You don't want to end up like Colbert. Colbert said that thing about Trump and he got fired the next time.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he was sitting there whispering the whole time. Like they're blatantly saying it. Like come at us. That's fucking hilarious.
They had to have made that episode in what, a week and a half? Like
it's 7 days to air. Yeah, it takes 7 days to make a South Park episode. Yeah.
I love them so much. Like I wish more shows had the balls to just do shit like that.
I think that they're like the only untouchable show. Cuz they said that about up until they left Comedy Central properly, South Park was like the only untouchable show. And then it became Rob Dyrdek. But before that, it was just South Park were gods. You know what I mean? Would it help if I move? I look like a goddamn ghost. Hold on.
Yeah, you're pretty white. It's okay. I mean.
Oh, I look weird now. Hold on. Point it up.
Show us your nipples.
All right.
That's better.
That's better. All right.
No, I think you need to stay back.
Well, now I look like a cholo. I'll take it. Relaxed podcasting, dude.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But yeah, I think you just gotta play with your lighting. But apparently also, fuck, I lost my train of thought because they were talking to them at this panel, and they were talking about showing Trump's dick.
Yeah,
And they're like, the only way we could show his dick was putting eyeballs on it. They're like, we had a conversation, a bunch of grown men sat in a room for 4 days and had a conversation about Trump's dick, and they're like, we should censor it. And I don't know if it was Trey or Matt. I forget. I don't know. I can't tell them apart. But I forget which one said. They're like, no, we're not censoring his dick. We are not censoring the dick. I guess when he was getting in bed with Satan, they're like, we're going to censor it. Like, no,
hilarious.
don't you dare fucking censor it.
Here's the deal. Is I know that we've talked about this on Rage and Pillage. Is how many times have you made your dick lips talk before? These guys actually put it on TV. You never sat there and just went with your dick tip.
I mean, we all have done it. We all have done it.
Sometimes I make a whistle at my wife.
But like, dude, I mean, just it's an 11 out of 10. Like, it's got to be a top 10 episode, if not a top 5 episode, due to timing, all the shit that they made fun of, and I feel like my only criticism of it is to have that as the first episode. It sets such a high bar that I don't think they're gonna hit. Like, they're gonna be good episodes, but it's not gonna be like that.
Unless this is the whole season. Just going at has the White House responded yet? Has anything been said?
They did, yeah. Trump apparently said, I would like to quote it. Babe, do you remember what he said? They're insignificant or not relevant. They haven't been relevant in years.
He's incorrect there.
Yeah, Trump response. Yeah, there it is. All right, White House slams South Park over Donald Trump parody episode, which I thought it was hilarious that they used his real face, because like when they went into Storm on Garrison, he's like, I put that shit away years ago. And
should we have said spoilers at the beginning of this episode?
Oh yeah, probably. Well, look, it's been a couple days at this point, and if you haven't seen or heard anything, fuck you. This will be next week's episode. So I give one people 1 week.
I'll tell you this, on the torrent site that I get all my entertainment from, it was number 1 on there. It's the number 1 on there. Yeah, 100%.
Had to be. So this is what they said. So the left's hypocrisy truly has no end. For years, they have come after South Park for what they labeled as offense content, which it should be offensive.
Yeah.
But suddenly they're praising the show. Just like the creators of South Park, the left has no authentic or original content, which is why their popularity continues to hit record lows. The show has been relevant for over 20 years and is hanging on by a thread with uninspired ideas in a desperate attempt for attention. President Trump has delivered on more promises in just 6 months than any other president in our country's history, and no fourth-rate show can derail President Trump's hot streak. They can suck a dick.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was on the side of the orange man, and I'm kind of on a fuck Trump train right now, dude. I mean, we all watched the fucking presidency, like, kind of excited, and then lately I'm kind of on a fuck that guy trip, dude.
Yeah, look, on this show, we don't get super political.
Right.
Sometimes it hits.
Yeah.
But I will say this, fuck Trump as well, obviously. Because, dude, the student loan thing's going to fuck me. I'm so fucked. It might be cheaper, and I'm trying to convince Tasha this. It might be cheaper for me to go back to school half time.
Yeah.
Than pay my loans.
Take 2 classes. Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Like, dude, it's going to be like I think it's going to jump because I was on a save plan, which they axed because I would have gotten, forgiveness in way too little time. And by the way, I was looking at the numbers, and I follow a couple people that do stuff for student loans.
Yeah.
And the one guy said that the revenue that they're going to bring in is like $300 billion, but it's going to cost 90% more to hit all of these people for garnishing wages, and it's going to actually cost them more money to go after it than it is to bring it in.
So the people that had their shit forgiven, they're done?
They're good. Yeah.
God, that's crazy, dude. How close were you to having it forgiven?
I was years away, but
Oh,
it would have been, 5 or 6 years of a $200 payment, and I would have been forgiven, which was fine. I would have paid that shit with a smile on my face. Now my payment might be $800 or $900 a month.
there's got to be. Is it one of those things, kind of like medical things? Like if you're paying them $1 a month, they can't go to collections. You're technically just late.
No, they'll take that. Apparently, they'll take it to if you're a certain amount of time late, they'll take you to collections, and then because it's federal, they'll garnish your wages. So you have no way around it.
That's so crazy.
And I've had when I was younger, I had my wages garnished, and if it wasn't for fucking Tasha, I would have been homeless because they garnished my wages for like 2 years, and they took a lot. And this was at a time where I just wasn't making a ton of money. And I still don't make a ton of money, but I'm way better now than I was then. And they took 15% of my paycheck before I even saw it.
Dude, I tell you what, if I had to make an additional $800 payment right now, I'd be fucked. I would be fucked.
Look, and here's the other
thing. I would
too.
sell one of my kids. Are there any like new Epsteins rising up? I got one for sale, dog. Yeah.
Are you in Colombia?
Yeah.
But I had yeah, I mean, look, dude, it sucks, and it's like I actually was part of the ITT security borrower stuff, and I still have not gotten paid out on that. So they were supposed to at least forgive like 10 or 15 grand
like
of my loans.
ITT Tech?
Yeah, I went to ITT Tech for a year and a half. Found out it was basically a school for retards.
Yeah, isn't that like, what is that? What's the name of the other one, dude? DeVry. Isn't that basically DeVry, dude? All right.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, I was literally, and look, I'm not a pompous person. I think you've known me by now.
Yeah.
If I am smarter than the principal of the school,
yeah, that's a problem for sure.
I was like, I can't do this, so I just left. But I spent like that was back in the day where they just kept giving you money, and I was 18. Like, so here's my thing, right? A lot of people, and I've seen this all over social media. Man, this is gonna be a divisive episode. I love it.
Let's do this.
All over social media, all you see is all these fucking right wing, right? Republican. I'm Republican. You got student loans. You should fucking pay them back. You piece of shit, right? That's their thing. And then the left goes, well, they took $100,000 to be a doctor, or they're going to be a teacher, and they don't have that. You're right. Those are like the two left things. I'm a liberal. I'm in the middle. I understand both sides of the argument. Now, as someone
you're a centrist.
As someone that has $60,000 in student loan debt with just an associate's degree.
Yeah.
As a millennial, right?
$60,000 for an associate's is fucking diabolical, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I went to school out of high school. It was like a year, maybe half a year out of high school, because I was told if I didn't go to college, I would never get a good job.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, we were fucked.
Right?
Yeah, we were fucked.
So there was zero education on student loans. And I'll give you this. My bank, PNC called me. They were one of my student loan servicers in the beginning. And they were like, hey, Mr. Valincius, blah, 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 blah. Just, do you need more money? I'll never forget this. Like, dude, this was 18. So we're talking literally 20 years ago. They're like, do you need more money? And I'm like, yes.
Yes, I do.
Give me money. And they're like, okay, well, we'll adjust your loans and give you more money. I'm like, great. So then I just went out and fucking blew it on booze. That's like
as you should at that age.
And dumb shit. So like, they didn't educate us, right, on how bad it was going to be growing up, and they didn't educate you on interest rates. They said you had to go to college. There were so many things, and then now it's like you don't need to go to college. Why go to college?
You want to get really weird with it?
Yeah.
You want to make this episode really weird?
Of course.
Andrew Carnegie. You familiar with this name? Carnegie Hall.
Yes.
Nature. All right. He was one of those old school billionaires that you never really knew what they did. He wasn't like to quote Tim Dillon, he wasn't one of these cool billionaires that wants to be like on TV and shit like Elon and fucking Jeff Bezos. These were these oil people from way back in the day that were doing real evil shit behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was known for being like, everybody talks about he was a real big philanthropist and put all of his money into the school systems and things like that. Well, yes, he donated a lot to the education system, but he also, by donating all that money, quote unquote donating, gained a lot of power and got to choose the curriculums. Why don't we learn about finances in school, dude? In high school, middle school, junior high? Did you?
It's because they want you to be poor. It's-
Exactly. He has a quote. He's like, I don't need a nation of thinkers. I need a nation of workers. Our entire school system is built to make us factory workers, dude.
Yeah.
Everything about it is to make us factory workers. That's why we don't know shit. And then these fucking privately owned colleges came in. Like, okay, well, we can do. People are probably screaming at the radio right now. He's an idiot. Fuck him. No, this is just what I figured out, dude. I figured this out. Fucking Burley's sometimes smart. Fucking. And then they have these predatory lending from these fucking schools, dude, and it butt fucks us. Yeah, I got lucky and just only went to community college, and apparently I filled out my FAFSA incorrectly. I never got any money, but
Probably was the best thing for you, bro, because
good
at this
chance.
point,
But also-
I've actually only probably taken out a loan for 30 grand. So 30 of it's probably just interest.
That's
Easy.
wild. What's
Easy.
the interest on what's the average interest on a student loan?
5-6%. But
No, that's
that's
lower
now.
than I thought it would be.
That's now. That wasn't what it was back in the day. It was even higher back in the day. And look, you know, I understand the argument on both sides, but I got to tell you, man, like someone like me who's, you know, I'm middle class. I don't know where I am in that middle class bracket.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I mean, it's and the one guy that I follow he's a Philly guy actually. And he was like, before anyone fucking says anything, I think everyone should have to pay back their student loans. So before you cocksuckers get into my DMs or whatever and start telling me that, yeah, you're a liberal piece of shit, whatever. He's like, I think you need to pay your student loans. But I also think when you have people that are 5 million people are in default in their student loans right now,
Yeah.
which means 5 million people are going to get wage garnish soon, which means you're basically going to cripple the middle and lower class by tenfold. Now, I'll find a way to go around paying $800 a month because I can't afford it. I will be crippled. I will have zero money, right? So I'll find a way. I'll get around it somehow. But I don't think there's other people that, no offense, are smart enough or have enough resources to figure that out, and they're just gonna get fucked.
Brother. I'm gonna ask you a question right now. Okay, first off, there's 42.7 million borrowers with student loans right now. What do you think the total outstanding student loan debt is currently in America?
I'll go 10 trillion.
Oh, way lower. That's a lot of money, dude.
Okay. I'll go 2 trillion.
1.777 trillion.
Okay.
Nuts, dude.
Yeah. And look, I understand the Democratic side of it, where they were trying to alleviate some of the burden. And obviously, it was going to be on American taxpayers. So I get why people were angry, but I think people are short-sighted because one, it's not really coming out of your pocket. Why aren't people getting mad that, you know, Nancy Pelosi makes $240 grand a year, but is somehow worth $250 million?
Oh,
right?
they're mad. Just what can we do about it?
You know what I mean? Like, people aren't getting mad at some of these people who work the system and whatever. They're going to get mad at the people who went to school and took out loans, not realizing that, one, education in the beginning, especially for millennials, was dog shit. There was none, you know?
Well, the last generation to truly have it better than their parents was Gen X.
Yeah.
Gen X fucked us, dog. Bad.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Well, look at it. I mean, look at it. Like, I showed Tasha this the other day. It was like, it was like 1985 wages, house payment, or house costs. And it was like, the average house pay, or the average person made 25 or 26 grand, and then the average house cost was 85, right? It's normally 3 to 4 times what you're making.
Yeah.
Now the average person makes, I want to say it was 70, which I feel like is super high, but it's like 70, 440 grand is the average house cost.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts? It's fucking
That
crazy.
is just absurd. Like, how can people afford it? And I mean, look, I live in Philly and they had that fucking trash strike, right? And, you know, these guys are making 40 grand a year and they're literally smelling like shit when they come home. And they're like, we we need a little bit more money to fucking deal with this shit because we literally can't afford to pay our rent, let alone we got 2 kids or whatever the case is.
Well, I mean, that you're talking about rent too, man. I mean, no, anybody even afford to buy a house anymore, man?
You really can't. And I mean, there's just, and you mentioned Carnegie because I brought this up on my show before that Rockefeller did the same thing to medical.
Actually, it's Carnegie Hall. Okay, it is. Okay, it is not Rockefeller. Is it Rockefeller? I might be thinking of Rockefeller. Fuck me, dude. Am I
thinking of Rockefeller?
I might be
because
now.
Rockefeller was oil. I don't know too much about Carnegie, but Rockefeller did the same thing with medical.
Who was Steel? Carnegie Steel. Hold on, I'm looking it up now because I feel like an asshole if I'm wrong on all that shit.
Because Rockefeller was oil, and I know he did a lot with the medical education because he was trying to get rid of. I think he had a ton of petroleum, and he was trying to figure out how he would, because I think it was after the war or whatever. He was trying to figure out what he would do with it. So what he did was he started donating all this shit to medical schools, but he wanted input on like medical shit because he wanted these doctors to start prescribing and getting rid of the shit that he didn't need anymore. So instead of all the holistic shit that we had back in the day, like, hey, if you have a headache, go outside and get 15 minutes of sun or, eat an apple, shit like that. It's like, here, pop this pill, you'll be fine, And that's where our medical shit kind of just went totally haywire towards modern medicine, is because this guy he donated a shit ton of money, scrubbed all the medical books of all the holistic shit you can do so that these doctors can basically prescribe you fucking shit that's going to make you sick.
Wasn't Rockefeller the guy that basically fought to get marijuana illegal?
Did he own the hemp stuff, or was he fighting against hemp? I don't know if he was.
Who was the hemp
fighting
guy?
against paper? I don't
fighting
remember.
for paper. I thought he was fighting for paper.
Yeah, he was fighting for paper. I don't remember who that was.
I was right on Carnegie, by the way. Thank God we didn't have to retract everything I said. I'm like, cut all that. I'm gonna look like our fucking faggot retard, to quote South Park.
Oh my God, dude, that was so good. And me and Tasha just looked at each other. I was like, I told you, retarded's back, baby.
Yeah, it's way back, dude. I'm pumped, dude. I showed my wife that part too. She went, I'm glad I'm glad the retards are back, dude. Hemp. Let me see who.
All right, while you're looking this up,
I got this. We're right here.
You got it. Right.
Somebody that William Randolph Hearst. We were both way off. Okay, I brought you in there too. I know you didn't know, but you're here with me.
Look, man, talk to us. Where have you been over these past 2 years? It's been almost 2 years since you've been on the show. Tell us where you're at. And I know if anyone's ever watched Rage and Pillage, it looks like you got a new background, man. Tell us what's going on.
Got a new house.
Woo!
Speaking of things I can't afford. If the background changes in a couple months, you know why. Lost the place. Slight electrical fire, and I got the insurance. But yeah, I moved. Had a lot on my plate. Moving sucks, especially when you have bad credit. So you have to come up with ways to work shit out. And then it was becoming very stressful. Putting up a show was not a thing. So in the last 2 years, though, shit, what have I done? I mean, I quit drinking every day.
You're on the healthy kick now.
Yeah, I've lost 100 pounds since I was on the show last.
Should I make that like the thumbnail for the YouTube video? Like a picture of you on the show from 23.
I don't even want to see me on the show. I don't even remember what I look like on the show, but it can't be good. That was at my worst, dude.
Oh yeah.
When I
met you, you were at the tip of the spiral. It was great.
I came in trashed on that episode. I remember just let's go.
Especially because we only talked through email before, so I had no idea what the fuck I was getting myself into. Now I do.
Hey, it's a fun time. Everybody enjoys it. So, here's a funny thing. So I recently, I went to a beach house last weekend, and it was all my friends were there and their spouses and stuff. And then I knew this had happened one time before, but I didn't know how prevalent it was with all of my friends. Anytime any of them gets a new girlfriend or whatever, and then I'm about to come around, they have to sit them down and be like, hey, Burley's kind of a crazy guy. He's going to say a lot of shit that's going to be offensive. He doesn't mean it. He's just trying to see what you'll do. But just letting you
That
know,
is
like,
hilarious.
I knew
dude.
about it one time, but then when I started asking the groups, like, yeah, he did, Chris did it too, and yeah, Justin did too, and I'm just like, y'all fucking kidding me? Just like y'all are all
Yes.
against me.
So they have to give a disclaimer. Hey, babe. So Burley was just saying his friends have to give a disclaimer before they meet their new girlfriends.
Not to me, not to me, to them.
Yeah. They basically have to sit their girlfriends down and say, "Hey, Burley is he's gonna say some things." She said that is so stupid.
There was this 18-year-old kid at the party, and it's the son of one of my buddy's girlfriends, and he's got cancer.
Oh
And,
no! Oh no! Just tee it up.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, just literally teed it up for me. Like that's all I needed to know. And my buddy was kind of keeping an eye on me. And the next day, I blacked out. So at a certain point, apparently he got really mad at me because I told him even if he was younger, Epstein would not have even looked his way because he's too ugly. And then
That's hilarious.
and I asked, so I finally got in the car with just my buddy. I was like, dude, did I say anything fucking like offensive? The funniest thing you said that he didn't even hear you say it. I was like, what happened? He goes, apparently he said something. He like started walking away. He's like, I'm sorry you were born with cancer and not a personality. I was like, oh my God. I said, thank God he didn't hear that. Yeah, he has a tumor behind his eye that's inoperable. So it's just like,
damn. So like, all right. So he's just gonna. Is he gonna lose an eye? Is he gonna die? Like,
I don't know. It's the first time I ever met him, and I didn't really want to talk about cancer. I was there for a good time, not a long time. You know what I'm saying?
that's actually hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, that's pretty much been it, man. I've fucking just been trying to do better. I'm running now, like a real queef, you know.
Yeah,
So.
he's got this running thing on. I'm gonna get back to it. It's been a while. Josh thought I was going to keel over and have a heart attack.
How's your breathing? Once you get your breathing down, you're good to go.
Well, here's the thing. So, I have some health stuff going on. I think I might have a neurological problem. Like, I don't know what it is.
Explain.
So I get this like almost like tingling. I don't want to say burning, almost like tingling sensation, but it's all over my body, except my dick, which is weird, right?
Only
Like,
when you're hot.
No,
Don't
Oh.
exaggerate. It's not all of your body.
it's all over. It's
Explain the sauce.
okay. So it's like shoulders, arms, legs, chest, back,
But not all at the same time.
but not all at the same time. So like it might just be on my shoulders, and it almost feels like my skin is crawling. I can't even explain.
Itchy?
I don't know.
Itchy?
I'm not like constantly going like this, but it
Okay.
almost feels like I'm wearing like a wool shirt.
I've had similar things. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to describe it the way I feel it. It's annoying. It's almost painful, but not really painful. It's just annoying.
Yes. It's annoying. It's super
Yeah.
fucking annoying. And I mean, I just got blood work done. Everything came back fully normal, except my total cholesterol was a little high, but it's still kind of actually within range. It actually went down from last time.
Yeah, cholesterol's fake, dude.
I know. I actually saw some
fake.
shit on that too. Yeah. But like, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with me. I partially think I'm hoping I don't have like MS. Who, I mean, it doesn't run in my family, but I mean,
Apparently, nothing runs in your family. Ha ha! See, that was a funny
I
joke?
definitely no one actually runs my family.
I
So
mean, at the very least, if you do have MS, there is a run for that every year, like a charity run. We can all put together and get in on it.
yeah, I'll be at the end. I won't
Yeah,
be running. I'll just be like,
yeah.
hey, give me money because I'm gonna need it.
You could run it. It's just going to be hilarious as it progresses. Yeah,
It's
just
gonna be so bad. Yeah, I'm
look
gonna
like
have
a
to-
retarded velociraptor.
I'm making that the thumbnail of the video. Just little arms flailing around. I told her, I'm like, look, it's all at this point. All right, it's pissing me off. Like I'm in a mood all the time because
Yeah.
it's annoying the fuck out of me. It doesn't hurt. But then like there's other things like I feel fatigue in the limbs. Like that's what I've I'm just hyper focusing on things. Like it's either I'm going fucking partially crazy or these things are happening. Like it almost feels like I'm working out, but I'm not. I worked out twice this week to kind of, because I'm like trying to test my boundaries. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go bench and see. And I didn't lose. Like I lowered the my weight just because it's been a while since I benched, but that was fine, And then but like it felt extra. Like I felt extra fucking beat up the next 2 days or whatever. But so like. As long as I don't have like something like ALS, oh man,
Is any of that shit running in your family?
No.
Oh, then you're probably good, dude.
Yeah, the ALS does not run in my family, so I think I'm probably fine there.
Which one's ALS?
That's the one where you basically once you're diagnosed within like a year or two, you die. Like there's no like it's your like neurons are just like dying.
A large scrotum, ALS. Imagine if that's how you died. Dude's balls are too big, dude.
Like South Park, you're just fucking rolling around on it like a.
Speaking of, because he got that from radiation, right?
Yeah, I think they were putting their balls in a microwave.
I was listening to a thing yesterday, and it kind of has me convinced that nuclear shit might be bullshit. Like, as a whole.
Do tell.
I mean... We dropped you know how they're always like, okay, Chernobyl, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, that place is uninhabitable for 65 million years now. Yet, me and you could right now get a plane ride, just have a good old time in first class, land, and be perfectly good in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Everybody's living there. It's fucking sick. Have you seen pictures of it?
No.
It looks cooler than any American city you've ever seen. They built back better, to quote the last guy. And dude, and nobody's got a problem. I mean, they make it sound like you're gonna have 80 fucking heads if you live in like Chernobyl or something. But yeah, we took out 2 entire cities with nuclear bombs. And
I'm not gonna lie, I've never thought about what Hiroshima looks like now compared to.
Pull it up. It's gonna blow your mind. Pull it up. It looks like Tokyo. It looks sick.
I'm not gonna put it on the screen just because
That's fine.
I don't feel like editing it, but I
That's
will
fine.
look at the images.
Hey, the people at home can just look it up for themselves. They all have smartphones.
Hiroshima.
It looks nice now, dude.
Well, it says they have a bomb dome. I mean, it looks nice.
Yeah, looks like a modern city.
Well,
Get a nighttime picture of it. It looks awesome.
All right, I feel like you need to send me pictures because 20 things to do in Hiroshima.
Just grow an extra toe.
grow an extra face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, I guess I never really thought of it, but I mean, dude, did you watch the HBO show?
Yeah, but it was just
good.
a show. Yeah, but it was
good.
just a show, dude.
It was real good. Could you think about this, right? And I'll tell you, I just upgraded. I just got the Ultra 25 for Galaxy, and I had the 22 Plus, so it was it was 3
Nice
years
little
old,
upgrade then, yeah.
And the 0.2, like when I was looking at like specs, I'm like, all right, does the 0.2 screen size really matter? It does.
Yeah, for sure.
It still fits in my pocket fine, but damn it, is the screen? It matters. I'll never be able to go back.
I agree. No, dude, every time I get a new phone, I'm like, how could it get any better? And then, it's Apple. Nothing really changed. But I'm just like, this is the greatest phone I could ever own. How could it get any better? Yeah, and I know in 2 years, I'm going to be like, my beautiful, sweet little phone.
I mean, this is the first time, and this is the first time I've ever got like the largest phone. I've never got a Note. Never. I normally do. I'm one of those people. I told you I'm a liberal to a certain degree, right? So I go in the middle, right? I never do the lowest. I don't normally do the biggest. I normally do the middle guy, right? The plus is Galaxy.
You're a real Goldilocks motherfucker, dude.
I really am. And I have a happy medium in my middle place, right? Like, I feel like I don't get disappointed, but I don't get overly excited. It's just good. right?
Oh.
Um,
I'm a
but
fucking size queen. I want it to hurt.
well, we missed your calling in the whore industries.
Oh no, I believe me, I tried, but there's only so much tearing a balloon knot can take before the air just starts coming out involuntarily. So
Jesus Christ. I will say this. And it's cool because T-Mobile, and I think I told you this offline, but T-Mobile, for one, our plan was so old, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it was like a 10-year-old plan. So upgrading it, I did the comparison myself, and it was good. It was $20 a month more for us. I have me and Tasha on our family plan, so she could switch her phone whenever she wants. However,
Yeah.
it's a little bit more of a thing for T-Dog over there because she's got to make sure all of her stuff is saved and all. Like, she's very particular, but she can get a phone whenever she wants. So that's there whenever she wants. But the cool
hold on.
thing.
Can we back up for a second?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she's like my old lady. I'm like, it's cool. Apple will just sync up with your old one, and it's in the cloud. Nah, you need to put it on your computer just so I know it doesn't get lost. Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
sorry.
many Tasha backups on external hard drives.
So do I.
She's laughing. He said his wife is the same way.
Meanwhile, I could
but-
lose everything on my phone and start over. It would not hurt my feelings. All right.
Honestly, I wish I would have started over more. I probably should have just started over fresh. But the cool thing is with T-Mobile, the two things with upgrading the plan is every year I can switch my phone out now. So whenever the newest phone comes out, I just hand them this and they give me the new phone. And that's how it was back in the day. We're talking like 10, 15 years ago when $200 was the max you would spend on a phone. Max, right?
I miss those days.
Oh, dude, I wish I would have took way more advantage of those days, but I also didn't make as much money. So
Yeah, $200 was a lot, dude.
yeah, and then we also have access to Starlink now. So if we ever have a situation where we run now, I don't know if Starlink will work with our internet on our phones. It may. I mean, obviously, I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
But if we run out of service wherever we are, it'll automatically connect to Starlink satellite.
Oh, that's
which I
sick.
think is pretty fucking badass. I mean,
That's
it's just
pretty sick.
included in our plan.
Oh, it's not an extra thing? Oh, that's cool.
Nope, it's just included because we have the best plan that you can get from T-Mobile, basically. I could have went a little cheaper, and but it would have been right around the same price that I'm paying now. You know what I mean? But
I end up fucking myself over because I've signed up for that. It's called AT&T Next. That's what I have. So
Yeah.
you can every year you can get a new phone.
yeah,
But that's if it's like in pristine condition and it never fails. I will drop my phone even in an OtterBox and I'll crack the whole glass on the back of the phone and it works fine, but it just looks like shit and I never can do my trade-ins. So I quit paying for that. So
interesting. You know what? I probably should look at. I'm really good with my stuff. But the cool thing with this one is
I thought you
and
were a no case guy.
no, I'm a case guy. I'm a no screen protector guy.
I'm a no screen protector guy too. Screen protectors are gay.
I used to do screen protectors. However, with this phone, this one specifically has anti-glare. So the Gorilla Glass that it has, I tested it, if I'm outside, in the past, like even though your light would adjust, it still would reflect. Dude, you could see this perfectly fine.
Really?
If the sun's right on it. Yeah, it's fucking great. And so all the reviews I did, it said, make sure, like if you put a screen protector on, you're basically getting rid of that feature. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I haven't had a screen protector on my phone in years. Just like the fact that I haven't used a condom in 15 years.
Yeah, condoms are
Condoms are super gay.
one of them retard.
I mean, but
faggots.
you have 2 kids. I don't think my semen work.
Yeah, dude, yours quit racing a long time ago, I'm sure.
Mine quit running just like my running shoes.
Yeah. That's what's making you itchy, dude. Wait, are you still on the T?
I am.
Yeah, we're still working like a champ, huh?
Well, so I got my blood work, and because I was freaking out about my skin, I didn't take it for 2 days. So my blood work I did before this one, I had doubled my testosterone.
Okay. And what they say was too high?
But this one actually helped me increase. I doubled it. So
Okay.
I was 1 pump on each arm. Now I'm 2 pumps on each arm, which is the max dose you can do. And then when I got my blood work done this time around, it was like 290, I think. instead of in the 400s where it was, but it was
Yeah.
like low 200s when I first started. It's because I got freaked out. I'm like, is it my testosterone? Fuck this. I'm like, here's the thing, right? Because once you start freaking out, that's when you start using AI. So I took my blood work. I'm throwing it in ChatGPT. I'm like, look at this shit. Tell me, and I'm explaining. And I feel like ChatGPT is almost better than a doctor because you can really just kind of tell it like what you're feeling and everything that's going on, and then also just give it information, and then it'll analyze everything and be like, all right, here's what we think it is. And I feel like a doctor doesn't do any of that. Like they don't give a shit.
Have
bro.
you gotten to the point where you're just having like your whole way home, you're talking to it?
I haven't talked to it.
Oh, bro.
I know.
Change your
I
life.
have, but
Change
I
your
haven't.
life.
I have, but I haven't.
No. Don't talk to it like you're talking to Alexa, right? Talk to it like you're talking like me and you. It catches on. Perfect. Somebody taught this fucking thing to put in in between letters or in between words, I should say. Like if I'm talking to you and I want to go that little right there in between thoughts, it does it. And I think it does it mimicking the way you talk. It's crazy, dude. It's wild. I get this little British bitch in my car. I talk to all the time now. She's great. She just tells me all the things I need to hear, dude.
Well, apparently Grok is even better because
Grok
Grok has
goes
no like filter.
Hard. Grok goes hard. But I haven't talked to Grok. I've only typed to Grok.
Okay.
I spent so much time today getting Grok to make a picture for the podcast, and we're almost there. I just ran out of turns. You can do like 20 fucking choices.
Speaking of which, look at this.
I see
This is
this.
a throwback, baby. I said, you know
see
what?
this.
I got to wear the throwback. So for everyone listening, I am also the co-host of the Rage and Pillage, which I think, are we rebranding? Like, what's
I
what's
don't
the
know.
thoughts there?
We've put so much into merch.
I know.
So we could just change what it's about. Just a great logo.
It is a good logo. It is a fantastic. However, I think we're lying because there's booze in a hand. I'm gonna have to be the booze person, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop you, dude. Never blame the booze. I blame my lack of running. All right.
Look, man. Here's my thing. Okay, I'm one of those people that drinking. I enjoy drinking, and it's not like like. Have you seen me like outside of maybe the like 100th episode I did? Like, have you ever seen me like drunk? I mean,
Yes.
Tasha has plenty of times,
Yes,
but
I have.
I don't like to drink to excess. Like I get to a certain point and I'm like, all right, I'm chill. And sometimes T-Dog, I'm like, all right, I'm good. And she's like, you pussy.
I'm pretty sure we were pretty ripped up on numerous occasions on Rage and Pillage, dude.
Well, yeah. I mean, most of the time, if I'm going on Rage and Pillage, I'm already drinking before it even starts. But for me, it's all about like I don't like to lose the faculties, so I try not to ever drink in like super excess. Once I start doing shots and stuff, then it gets a little shady. But
I am what George Bush called an extremist. and I drink to black out. Dude.
he's a whiskey terrorist.
Yeah, and I just recently, dude, you know how I've ranted about this. I just recently discovered the joys of tequila. Oh, buddy,
Good tequila.
I'm a happy tequila guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm an angry whiskey guy. I always end up in fights with my wife and shit with whiskey. But tequila, yes, sir. I'm just horned up, dude. Don't leave your crack around me, sir. I'm like fucking. I'm like what's his name, Biden's son, and your crack is mine, dude.
Look, all you need to say is you want to have a robbery tonight, and we can do it, bro.
You know what? Let's do that the first episode back.
Oh God,
We're back. Here's the concept. And then we'll just stumble through it.
I'm making T-Dog do a robberita with us then.
Let's do it. She's got to be third mic.
Yeah, we're micing you up, babe. You don't know it yet.
She said, "What she say? Great."
She said, "Great,
Sweet." Yeah, she's open to it. There we go.
You guys heard it first here. When we come back, it's gonna be bigger than ever.
Hell yeah, dude! Like fucking radioactive balls. Hold on. One more thing. One more thing. Are you familiar with the idea of of what they call false flags,
No. Well, maybe I am. Explain it.
where a government will fake a tragedy to get into a war?
Oh, yeah.
I.e., those two towers, all that stuff. But here's a thing that I just learned about. Who was the president for whenever we got into World War II? Was that Hoover?
I thought it was Roosevelt.
Was it Roosevelt? Okay.
I mean, it could have been Hoover or Roosevelt. It was
Either
one of
way. So, you know how we got into World War II, right?
them. I don't know. Remind me.
Or why we did it is Pearl Harbor, right?
Oh, yeah.
So-
Okay.
Apparently, Pearl Harbor was just packed randomly, quote unquote, randomly, with all the battleships and ships that we were about to decommission and sink anyways, because we sink them whenever we're done with them and make them into coral reefs or whatever. They were all put there because we lost an entire Japanese airplane fleet, quote unquote. Nobody does that, So they were ready for it. They knew about it. It's a false flag. Got us into the war.
So it's funny you say that. So I know I talked to you about this on Rage and Pillage.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished another book. So I talked about Blitzed on the podcast before.
Yes.
I just finished Tripped, which was another book that guy did. And Tripped is so the guy, to put it in perspective, the guy's mom was suffering from dementia.
Okay.
The author. So he wanted to figure out how he could make his mom normal again. And by doing that, he discovered LSD.
Let's go.
LSD was a way to kind of get people, I don't want to say introspective, but when you're suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia, which here in PA we said old timers. That's what I thought it was when we were growing up, by the way.
To be fair, until I was a teenager, I thought it was old timers too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure 99% of us said old timers. But he was trying to figure out if LSD would help his mom. So he wrote a whole book about the history of LSD, which, dude, I mean, if you're looking for like just a good book, it's like 5-6 hours. So fucking good.
Really?
I think the first one, Blitzed, is better because it's all about Hitler and all the crazy shit with meth. But this one's all about the history of LSD and all the things they did. And they talk a lot about after the war. And the U.S. did some fucked up shit. They were basically they hired a guy, and for some reason his name is escaping me right now, but they wanted a guy that wasn't part of the FBI that could run MK Ultra. And they hired this guy, and he was drugging everybody with LSD. Mm-hmm. Everybody. He would go into the FBI building and he was basically Burley of the FBI.
Oh, yeah.
He was just dropping doses of LSD and coffee, and people were tripping fucking balls. And like he was doing this shit all the time, which, by the way, is illegal. Like after World War II, they basically said people need consent to be, drug tested. Like if you're gonna test a drug on somebody, they need to consent to you that
year?
I am okay with being drugged. It was in the late 40s, 50s.
Oh wow. Okay. So they continued to do that shit no matter what year they said.
Yeah. But MK Ultra was basically this. They took a lot of the fucking studies and shit that they got from obviously all of the Nazi doctors that came over here, and then they tried to figure out if LSD. At the end of the day, the U.S. wanted LSD to be a truth serum, where they could give it to somebody and get whatever information they wanted. That's all they wanted it for, and that's why they were testing it and running it on people. But at the end of the day, psychedelics, and they discovered a lot of stuff that psychedelics helped people with issues like Alzheimer's, dementia,
Shell shock.
Shell shock, PTSD. If you were suffering from anxiety, like if you microdose, things like that, it would kind of, what it does is almost like alter your neurons to a certain degree. But the book is so good, dude. So like if you're looking for something new, I know you do.
Yeah.
You read now as well.
Super. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like because I didn't know a lot of that. I didn't know a lot of that stuff about LSD. I've never listened or read fucking shit, except for what school says, which is psychedelics are bad.
Yeah.
Don't do them. They're bad. But in reality, news to everyone listening to this, they actually really aren't. Psychedelics are like probably the, outside of like weed, are like the least of our worries from a drug perspective.
Dude, there's a use for everything. I mean, here's what's nuts. Cocaine is not... weed is a Schedule 1 drug. And cocaine is Schedule 2. You know why? Federally. Because per medical science, cocaine has a medical use where marijuana doesn't. You get more years for weed, technically, federally, than you can for cocaine. Isn't that weird?
That is absurd.
Here's another thing I just learned now. I learned this from something I read. They've known this since like 2005. This was, you can literally look this up. It is published in CDC, all this shit, WHO. The birth control pill is the same level carcinogen as cigarettes.
Wow.
That's nuts. And the fact that it's been known and published since 2005 is even fucking crazier. And we give this to kids like a motherfucker, bro. It's nuts.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, there's a ton of shit like that. And like, I think like at the end of the day, I always tell people, just do your own research.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like
But
these books.
The problem is the research. If you go mainstream, a lot of it's going to be bullshit. AKA
don't use ChatGPT.
That pandemic we went through.
Yeah, and don't use ChatGPT because ChatGPT is highly like it has its good uses, but it's also trained by people that are way on the left. I feel like like so a lot of the stuff that's on there, like you can't ask it certain questions. It's not going to tell you, or it's going to be very vague or just not tell you anything. You have to like be careful, especially as like what you're using from a LLM perspective too.
Talk to Grok. Oh, Grok! Just don't ask him about the Jews.
Don't ask Grok about Jews. You'll be fine. But yeah, dude, it was
the wildest shit.
I'm telling you, like I think it's pretty cool that you have people out there, and this guy talks a lot about how LSD actually did help his mom.
It's called Tripped.
It's that one's called Tripped. The other one was Blitzed. Blitzed is the one about meth. Tripped is the one about LSD.
Norman Ohler.
Yeah.
Added to my list.
Yeah, it's good,
it's on
man.
Spotify. If you have Spotify Premium, you can just listen.
Yeah, it's good. He does a very good job, and he went to he talks a lot about the company that created it, all the things they went through. They went down into like these mountains, and these people that were growing, I forget what they were growing. He's like, they're going to start growing this which is what they used to synthesize what you needed. I forget what the molecule name was for LSD. And they made millions.
Really?
And it never even went to market. Like it never.
That's
like
crazy.
The U.S. bought a shit ton of LSD. Like they're like, we'll buy all of it. Like, what do you have? We'll buy it all.
That's wild.
But you gotta remember too. They talk, and what I think is really cool about the book is they talk a lot about post Berlin. Like we haven't went through area of our civilization since then, right? Where basically a major fucking, it'd be like picture Philadelphia, just burned to ashes, and what that city is like afterwards. They talk a lot about.
I thought Philly did burn down. Like that wasn't that where the original White House was? Then the the faggoty French came down and burned up the fucking original White House.
Dude, you might have just rocked my world. I have no
you
idea.
live in the birthplace of America. How do you not know this?
I have no idea.
America started where you live, dude. Come on.
But like, all right, just picture that, right? Picture a major city. Picture fucking Houston, Dallas, whatever.
Yeah.
Burned to the ground.
Yeah.
But people were living there. So like, what do they do after? So there's a huge black market for things like cigarettes and like normal shit, right? And drugs and all the other stuff. So they talk a lot about post Berlin and what it was like after the war and what they needed to go through and how they I forget what the one guy's name was, but he was basically the drug czar, and he created all of the policies.
Really?
And I think he was from the U.S. He was installed by the U.S. to create all the drug policies, which also he made as a world policy. Like he's one of the ones that was negative any drugs, which was basically caused all of the regulations that we have still almost to this day. So it was a really good read. So if you're
I
looking
haven't
for
said how crazy is that we are every other country could suck our dick, dude. Fucking, we are the capital of the world. We really are, right? And if we have some dork and fucking that we set up in Germany, and he's like, you know what, all drugs are bad, and the whole rest of the world's like, you're right. That's
All
wild,
right.
dude. Is there any country that's like everything's legal, other than like some weird African country that nobody knows about? Africa
to
doesn't.
be
Africa
honest.
doesn't count. That's the name of the episode.
or India,
Or India. No, India. But yeah, I mean,
Um,
is there? I wonder if there's any country where everything's legal.
I don't know, man. I mean, you have little bits of that, right? So, like in Germany, you have what's that road, the Autobahn, where you can go.
Yeah.
There's no speed limit.
By the way, Texas is getting that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We already we already have a I forget which freeway it is, but it goes up to 85 now is the max. But
Damn.
they're talking about doing a full out, Texas Autobahn to go from
That's
Houston
cool.
to Austin, which would be pretty sweet. Yeah.
I mean, look, man. I think there's a time and place. Like we talked a lot about the government today, right? There's a time and place, I think, for government regulations. I think we need. I think we need to scale back a little. Like I thought with. So like obviously the Democrats. I'm a Democrat, right? That's what I'm registered as. The Democrats are all about government regulation, and the Republicans are supposed to be about laissez-faire, like less government regulations, right? And I feel like Trump has made more than what the Democrats have, but in a submersed or in a way that like you wouldn't even think that it makes sense.
It's
right?
it's in a veiled way of
Yeah.
I'm giving it to the states, right? So I'm kind of okay with that to an extent because I can't even get on Pornhub here in Texas. That's so. All right. So
Apparently
there's-
Florida is the same way.
there is no porn in Texas, and it stinks. Just like these, except these weird sites.
Get a
You
VPN.
You got to really
fine.
question. Do you imagine? Do you know how many people? Do you know how crazy that is? That people don't use VPNs for anything other than to jerk off. Some people are. I mean, it's essentially an OnlyFans now, right? You're paying monthly so you can jerk off.
I use a VPN to buy Pokemon cards.
I use VPN to steal all the media that I own, but but there's a lot of people out there that only bought it so they could fucking whack one off when they're in Texas. That's crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's
I had no
no
idea.
porn in Texas, dude. Unless like you use like these weird sites, then you got to really question the age of some of these projects. Like, nah. I don't want to. Yeah. Turns out Epstein.com, not a great site. It seems so promising.
Yeah, the tea is just two 10-year-olds making the tea. It's horrible.
LittleSt.James.com and couldn't get just
It is wild though, right? Like they're like, yeah, we're gonna get to the Epstein list, and then like 2 weeks later, it's like, yeah, it doesn't exist. And you gotta admit, dude, the fucking head of the FBI, what's his name, Patel?
yeah.
Kosh Patel. He is such a fucking tool bag. He went in before he went in. He's we're gonna tell you everything. This is America. And then he gets in. He's like, yeah, no, it doesn't exist. You're like, come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You can't trust him, dude. Where's he from?
No,
Mm-hmm.
we don't. I mean, if it's a Patel,
Yeah, that should tell you something. So, fucking guy, hate him all.
it just keeps getting worse and worse, bro. I don't know,
It's
man.
bad, dude.
And we
yeah,
still have 3.5 years, by the way. Like this is only 6 months. Just give it 2 more years.
They subpoenaed the Clintons today, which is fun.
Aren't they trying? Isn't he trying to jail Obama too?
No, he came out today and said technically Obama has immunity. So why are you raising all this stink? Oh, I know why. Distraction from the goddamn Epstein files.
Oh, 100%. That's why
So-
he released. What did he release after that? It was
The MLK shit.
yeah, it was
But
the Martin Luther King. Yeah.
they got pictures of old Giselle from today. Do you see that? She went and talked to the Department of Justice today.
Ooh.
And she's got the supermom haircut now. It's hilarious. Um,
Oh, she's dying. She's 100%.
well, that's
Killing
what everybody's
herself.
saying. She came back to the jail. Somebody got like a little fucking drone shot of her holding a big white tote walking back into the jail. Like, oh, that's her suicide kit. All right. Yeah. That's a box of cookies that are full of cyanide. But yeah,
Jesus
it's wild.
Christ.
She left without a box and went back in with one. So very interesting.
Well, look, man.
Zero chance she gives up anybody though.
Oh, no, 0% chance. But I'm sure she said some shit that everyone would want to know that they're never going to fucking
Yeah, that
find
we'll
out.
never know about. And this is all just us talking about nothing for no reason. Fuck politics, dude. Why are we even
Hence-
talking about this? My bad.
Heads fucking podcast, right? I mean, what would we have to talk
Yeah.
about if it wasn't for, Epstein and good old
The
buddy
Jews.
Trump? And the Jews, obviously. Look, man, it was fun having you back on. I know this
Yeah.
was impromptu, and I appreciate you because, you know what? Fuck people. That's how I look at
Yeah,
it. You're my boy, and I will never not have you on.
I'm glad I didn't have to have a British accent. So I'm assuming that's who that person was.
We will leave it at that for sure. Tell us what's next, man. Do we got maybe a repod coming up?
Oh, we're gonna have a re what's it called?
A repod?
No, what's it called when you come back?
Welcome party.
Damn it. And we're just coming back.
We're returning.
It's gonna be 10:30 tonight, and I'm gonna that was the word.
We'll make it I'll make it the title of the episode. Just let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but we're back, bitches. That's it. It'll
be nice.
That'd be a good title for a show. Like the name of a show, We're Back, Bitches.
I feel like it's been done, but I feel like we should do it. We're back, bitches too, even though it's not the second time we've done it.
It would be hilarious to call ourselves the Joe Rogan Experience and just see how long it lasts.
You can find my podcast, Drink Clock Pod, on all socials. Drink Clock Podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. And be on the lookout for the Rage and Pillage podcast. We will be back before you know it. And, it'll be, I feel like, a new story for us.
It'll be the Come On Your Back tour, dude. Comeback tour.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Little bit of a spotlight on the bee hole.
Yeah, let's paint all those brown eyes blue, if you know what I mean.
And with that, we will end for the night. Later, bitches.
On a stormy night where legends unfold, there's a podcast that's breaking the mold. Raise your voices, raise your glass high. Welcome to the Drink O'Clock Podcast. Let's fly. Oh, grab an old fashioned and join the fray. Raise your spirits, let the music play. From the corner pub to the dance hall floor. Drink O'Clock Podcast, we're ready for more. We're ready for more. With a mix of folklore and rebel cheer, we'll guide you through tales of whiskey and beer. From Irish shores to lands afar, grab your friends, it's time to raise the bar.